So just a second. Share. Yeah. Okay. So last on Friday we have completed variables, arrays, okay, string, boolean arrays, collection, these properties, okay, in out arguments. Okay, so let's see today about workflows and what else, some recording maybe, or else, or we'll see this one. These two will work together. We'll see all the selectors. Okay, once that's done we can do
Yeah.
the other things. Everyone please be, at least say hi, okay, or else how would I know if everyone are silent?
Okay.
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 Yep, thank you so much. By the way, how was your weekend, everyone?
It was good. It was good.
That's good. Great to know. My weekend was boring actually. So Hemant, Sunday night we are working, so we can't help it, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. I was not aware. I mean, that class started. I mean,
Yeah.
I missed the first class, so I was going through the recording.
Yeah. So were you able to understand it? Because most of it was just a discussion, and last 20 minutes is what we have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. No problem.
Apply background filter. Yep. Turn on and apply video. Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's get started with today's activities. And today we are going to discuss day 2, RE framework. Maybe we'll just postpone RE framework a bit later. So who's joining? Anvesh, admit. Anvesh, you have joined in already, right? Again, it's coming as a guest. Anvesh. I'm just removing the guest from the meeting. Yeah, please join in using only after logging in. Okay, so today we'll discuss on these topics. Those are, okay, static, dynamic, partial selectors, and what else can we do? Debugging, and these two things will complete it today. Okay, so we'll do this one. Okay, and debugging, step into, yep. Super. Okay, so if you are trying to use some of the applications, then let's see with Notepad. Notepad is the best example that we can take for explaining selectors. It will be very easy. And UiPath Studio. I would like to take a poll as well today. Let's see if we can add a poll. Meeting notes. No, 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 no. But here I think we can. I guess we can. Open in browser. Okay. Let's go with Teams. Post conversation. thought of adding something. She's my wife. she she was thinking that the video was not turned on.
Good to see her.
Okay. Okay. So everyone, okay, we'll also complete this one because this is also this will also be easy for today. Okay. How many of you have GitHub in your machines? GitHub.
I have. I have.
Okay. So
I don't have it, Vajrang. I can install it.
yeah. So what we can do is I will just explain you how to use GitHub first because we are already doing projects in GitHub. So it will help us. Let's go with GitHub and pull origin. Show in Explorer. Open GitHub, everyone. Open GitHub in browser. GitHub desktop. Just search for GitHub desktop and you will get this link to download. Pasting it in the chat. Sorry, in the notes. I will also paste it in the chat. So people who have it already, we are using GitHub for each and every repo that we work on. So just work with this particular repo. Show in GitHub. Copy. Yep, here you go. Open that and clone it. And people who don't have GitHub, just download the exe file first. Remember that these are basics we are trying to cover, not projects. So first try to complete these activities. Can you see the screen?
So
So there is Vajrang folder. In that Vajrang folder, we are working with August 2022, and this is the project that we are working on. So have you? How many of you have downloaded the project? Sorry, GitHub.
I downloaded
Yeah,
it.
it's
It's installing.
installing.
yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, also go to this particular GitHub page that I have shared, and if you don't have an account, sign up. If you already have an account, log in. Okay, so we'll be working on day 2. Add folder, day 2. Anyone have issue in connecting? Please let me know. We'll take first 20 minutes to complete this activity, then we'll just work on the other things. Did you clone the code? Yes, no?
Yeah, I got it. Vajrang.
So how many of you need help in GitHub? Can you please speak now? So what you need to do, you need to go ahead to my GitHub repo, click on this fork, you will have a fork option, click on it. Once you get all the fork, or you will have your own version, click on the code and open in GitHub desktop. This is what you need to do. If you have completed it, please reply in the chat that you have completed the clone activity in your local machine. If you haven't completed and if you need help, please talk.
First, we need to click on that fork, right?
Yeah, correct.
Fork and then create it.
Yes, correct. I'm adding the details in the notes. You can also check them.
No need to change anything in that, Vajrang. No need to change anything in that, right? Just create.
Would you like to share, please?
Yeah.
Vajrang, question.
Yeah, tell me.
So we can do it on browser also, right? No need to be on desktop version.
No, you should have a desktop version.
Okay.
Because
Can you see my screen?
yeah, because we need to make changes, we need to commit the changes. So with browser you cannot do it. Yeah, I can see the screen. Yeah, so so this is Pratisha. Can you please go back once and let's let everyone see the steps. Go back to my repo. Yeah, click on the fork on the top. You have right. Click on the fork. So along with you, 200 members more are working on this repo. Okay. Now click on create fork. Now you will get your own copy of the code. Okay, so it is forked from vajrang/rp developer in 30 days. Now all the code that's available in here, that is your code. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, click on fork, like click on the code, green button, and then open in GitHub desktop. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
you have GitHub already installed, right? Login.
Just now I installed.
Yeah, click on sign into GitHub. Just give the same login credentials. Authorize desktop. Always allow. Always. Yeah. So this is just asking you to give a proper name. That's it. Click on finish. Okay. So here can you see Pratyusha Reddy and then RP developer in 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on that.
This one? Clone.
Yeah, clone please.
Do I need to save this somewhere?
No,
This
it will
URL.
already be saved in your local admin folder, like documents. If you want to change it, you can change it, or else you can keep it as is.
Okay. Just clone.
Yeah. So what it's trying to do, it's trying to download each and every code available, like the complete repo which is available. It's trying to download.
Okay.
Okay. How many of you have completed this activity?
I have done this. Completed this.
Okay. So now can you see the folders August team 2022 and week 1, day 1, day 2? You should be able to see it in your local machines as well.
Oh, where I saved it. It will be on your name?
Yeah, it's in my folder because I am working on it, right? For you, create your own folder. I have
Do we
my
need
own
to
folder.
create?
Yeah, just give it with your full name. Don't give your exact name. You can keep a short name that you want. Prithu 1234 or anything. If you don't want to reveal your names in the GitHub repo, because everyone will be downloading it, right?
Okay, but I'm not able to see anything, right?
What are you not able to see?
In my local thing. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, continue. So you're contributing to the parent repo, which is mine. Okay.
Okay.
Click on show in Explorer. Show in
Show,
Explorer.
show, show.
Right side.
Right.
So here you have all the details. Click on code. This is where everyone's folder will be available. Okay. Now
Okay.
add your folder with your name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just add a folder with your name. Okay. Hit on enter and create a sample file, like create a new text file and add some information, say hello and close. So can everyone complete this activity? We have 5 more minutes to complete this activity. Just add a text document, write in hello, open the document, add hello or something. Just initialize your folder. Okay. So these are the steps that you need to do. So I'm just repeating, or I'm just adding the steps back. So here download, clone the repo. So once you clone the repo, you need to open code folder, add your name, folder with your name. Okay. Add text file, add some content in it. Okay. Now open code folder. Yeah. So everything is done in Explorer. So this is in Explorer. Open repo in UI Windows Explorer. Okay, now coming back to GitHub. Okay, now you will see a file change. So if you go back to GitHub, where is my GitHub? Yeah, here you will see changes, and give your commit, like first commit, and then click on commit. Add comment, and then click on commit to main. Can everyone complete this activity, please? And once click on commit to main is done, you will have an option to push to origin on top here.
It is asking co-author or username. Co-authors.
No need, you can just see this is co-author or username, you can just ignore it. You need to just fill in the summary and hit on commit.
Yeah, completed, Vajrang.
Okay, now if you go back to your browser, open GitHub. Okay, once it is done, you will see some changes over here. Like this is the update that's done 5 minutes back. Can you please confirm that your change is visible on the top? In your repo, not in my repo, in your repo. You will have your name / your repo, right? Like that. Can you please confirm that you are able to do it?
Where to check? Yeah, where to check that?
Go to GitHub browser. In browser, you will have your repo. Yes, yes. Okay, just a sec. Satish, your screen. Share your screen, Satish. Yeah. So click on changes. Yeah, click on changes first. Changes. No. Give me the access once. See, you need to see the changes in here. On here. Okay. So here, if you see, there are you opened my folder, right?
Okay.
So that is the reason this is coming like this. Okay. In the history, you can just revert all the changes, and you can create your own folder. This is the new folder, right, that you have created. So remaining all you can just ignore. Discard 25 changes. Yeah, discard it. Now this is your changed file. Okay, there is a stashed changes that you can remove for now. So changes that are stashed are like, it will be like a separate branch where you make a change but you don't want to commit it, so something like that. you can just hit on see changes made are not here. You can just write initiate a new repo. This is important, not the description. Initiate a new repo. So how many of you are able to complete it? Please confirm that you have completed it over chat.
But for me, changes it is showing as 0 only.
Changes it is showing us. Did you push the code? Now let's see.
Yeah.
Yes,
One
for
after
me also.
it's click on commit, please. So once that is done, here you have push to origin. Click on push to origin. So now when you complete push to origin, only then you will be able to see the changes. Okay, go back to your repo in the browser. Yeah, just refresh it. Can you see that Satish added a new text document? In the same way, everyone will have their own changes will be reflecting over here. Okay, now when you see this branch is one commit ahead and one commit behind, it means that I made some change that is not updated in your code. So you can click on sync fork. Click on sync fork. You need to sync the changes. Yes, update the branch. Okay, now if we both did the same change, then it will throw an error and it will show that two changes are made or one same code is changed by two persons, then it will throw error. But now there is no such thing. So can you just open the code? If you open the code, you will see your folder. See if you find Satish. SATHISH, right? Can you see your folder? Here. It's updated just a minute back. Okay, so there is one more important concept called pull request. So I will tell you how to do that, but first please confirm within next 1 minute. We'll just going to close it for this activity. Please confirm whether you are able to complete this activity.
Yeah, Vajrang, I'm sharing my screen. Can you help me?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Click on this pull request and make a pull request, Harish. Add some comment and make a pull request. Yeah, just give an information stating that a new change is made in the file. Create a new file. Kaling, you can just share the screen.
Yeah, share.
Created a new file. You are just mentioning what you have done here. If you don't mention it correctly, I will not approve.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes.
Yeah,
So
Vajrang, here I have created a fork,
yeah, that's
but I'm
fine.
not able to create a folder.
No, click on code and then did you import the changes or did you get all the code in your local machine? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
downloaded the
yeah,
code here.
okay. Double click on it. Create a new folder with your name. Is it done? New folder. So we'll take 1 more minute and we'll close it, guys. Just add a new document and follow the same process. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You can pause it for now. I'm sharing my screen. See what happened. Now what exactly have happened is the code that everyone are working on. So someone made some change and they asked me that they have also made some change, like Murali Krishna asked to add something, and this Satish also said that I have created a new file. Okay, let's see, refresh. Now here we will be able to see what are the changes that are made. Okay, now here in this particular item I can see the files changed and I can just verify. Okay, there is no document earlier. Now this is the new change that came in. So this is good. I can just merge branch and added this branch. So I can just go ahead and approve the merge request. So if you see, go back and see my repo. Okay, whatever changes you made, it's not still available in the main branch. So this is the main code that will be in production. Okay, now in this production environment, I don't have the code changes available. So if you see, there is Satish, but this is not the one that we are using. So Satish folder is different, that is with name Satish Pura. So if you see, we don't have any file called or any folder called Satish Pura. So I need to approve it. Okay, and approved, new change, next time write proper description. Okay, I'm approving all the changes. Once it is done, I can also revert back. I can also change my commit if I made some unauthorized change, or if I made some change that I want to get back, even I can do that. So now let's go ahead and search for it. Now Satish added a new document. I can also find the folder over here. Let's see the change in 496. So let's see history 14 seconds ago. Code. Satish, what's your folder name? This one, right? Satish, SATHASH, and here you can see it is updated 37 seconds ago. Now I'll also approve. So as a manager or as a code maintainer, or you can also say I will be the main person who will approve all your changes. So until I verify your changes and the code that you have done, I will not approve it. So there is one file that is changed over here. This is an empty file. So I can just go to conversation and approve it. Squash and merge, approve. Give proper namings. Okay, not entry. Next times, if I see something like this, I can do something like this. Revert. I can just revert back. Reverting entry. Create a pull request. The code changes are pulled back. So this is again pulled back. So if I go back to this folder, I cannot see the changes that are merged. Murali Krishna, oh what? So this is what it's telling, right? I can just okay, revert the changes, squash and merged. So I can remove the changes. Please give proper comments and full description. Okay, close pull request. So if once I revert the changes, maybe I will not see the changes again. So if you go back and see, this particular change will be removed. Let's check whether that's done or not. So what was the folder name, by the way? Murali Krishna. Let's see. Murali Krishna, it should be removed. Okay, because I removed my own pull request, it did not really change. Fine, you change it. How many of you are still approving the pull request? Just go ahead and do it. I'll see you with this pull request later. Pull request.
Vajrang,
Yeah.
Hemant here. Vajrang, so I think I'm not in that group actually. I'm not getting any messages from you in the Teams.
You're
All
not
this,
in the group.
whatever links you are pasting.
Yep. So let me just add you to the group. Add members. Hemant, right? Second one or first one?
Second one.
Yeah. Edit. Now just check. You should have the chat access as well. No.
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay, you're all set. Delete branch. So I can delete this branch. So now when I go back, code. So this particular Murali, now I don't see this one because I removed the changes. So even if I commit something, I can delete whatever change I have made. So Murali, make a new pull request with correct comments. Okay, guys, you need to complete it.
So Vajrang here, we will be uploading code in pull request, and you as a manager
Mm.
will be accepting that, right?
Yes,
That
correct,
is what.
correct,
Uh,
correct. So just see how many members are working on single project. Okay, everyone can make their own changes and make a approval, ask for an approval, and if the code is approved, then your changes will be merged. Or if your code is not correct, then your changes can be reverted back. So if you are seeing here, there are hundreds of history, like there are some around 500 changes that are made over a period. So I can go into each and every change. I can see what changes are made and who changed that and who approved it. Each and every detail I can do it. I can easily check and I can revert all the changes as well. Okay. Okay. So if I see here, I
yeah.
have updated Covin zip folder. So what did I do? I can just go ahead and see the changes as well. Browse files. I can go and see the changes. So at that particular location, what are the changes that are available? I can even see that. Okay. So I'm just approving one single other change request, created a new file. So there is no conflict. Confirming. So this is merged. Okay, let's see. We need to complete these activities. We are out of the time. So push to origin, GitHub website. Hemant, are you able to access the chat now?
Yes, Vajrang. Now I got this access.
Go to code, create new pull request. Give proper comments. Check for approval. Send for approval. Now, if manager approves it, code will be merged to main branch. If manager um, rejects the code, rejects the change, developer must check with comments. Like I have given some comments, right? Why that is deleted. Update the changes. Make a new pull request. So you're asking me to pull the changes from your repo. Okay, so that is what it is. Now let's go back to selectors. Now in
Vajra, 1 second.
yeah,
Uh, I'm not able to create pull request.
you need to go to your repo and then make a pull request. Click on pull request,
Uh,
your repo, not in
but
my repo.
see this desktop website, right? I'm not able to see my name. Only I can see your name.
Which one? Share your screen.
Uh, yeah, 1 second.
Someone left the meeting.
Um,
Yeah, so what's happening?
can you see now?
Yeah, see, the problem is you are into my repo, vajrang/rb
Ah,
that it is. Click on fork or click on go to your fork. Click on fork.
yeah.
Yeah. Now go to pull requests. Pull requests. Yeah. Create a new pull request and create a pull request.
Okay.
Now this is the mistake that you're making. Sharing my screen back.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. Now I will again
Yeah,
go back
Vajrang,
to. Yeah. Tell me.
yeah, Vajrang, I don't want to disturb the class. I mean, actually, so just now
Uh-huh.
I was able to log in.
Okay. So what you
I'll
can do.
connect with you after the class. Okay, is it okay?
That's fine, Hemant. Your recording will be available, right? So you can just go back and do the same activities once again.
Yeah.
Okay. Just continue. Let's check with UiPath selectors. So now there is a new concept called descriptors in UiPath. So this is the first time I haven't covered any in the previous sessions, because this is a new concept. Maybe in next interview you will be asked about descriptors. Okay, so descriptors are a combination of target element and anchor element together, called as descriptor. So I don't know, even people who are going to interview also will ask something like this, but just get to know there will be two things that will happen. Now whatever we are trying to work on, that is a target, and something that's helping us to get to that particular item is a anchor. So we'll also see RPA challenge website. Okay, now this is my RPA challenge website. Make sure you have the items updated. So add sequence. We are checking now with static selectors. Okay, we'll see everything. Dynamic selectors. Okay, so let's add. So this is the new version. I have taken the beta release. So if you want to change it, you can do this to stable version. There is no difference. The UI will be changed. That's it. Okay, and this is the new UI. I liked it. And here you go with I want to just type into this particular item, or I can just click on this button, submit button. I can just go ahead and click on it. So that's what I will try to do. So I'll just use click activity, and I will use click on target element. And so if you see, all the latest activities right now have some specifications. Earlier we used to have, so I will also show you something else. So if you want to use previous activities, just go to classic, click on this classic, and then use click activity. So this is a classic activity, and you can see the classic activities here. UI automation. So in the classic, whatever you see, that are classic activities, previous versions of activities. So if I go ahead and see, now I can just click on indicate element and I can map it. Okay, the same thing I cannot do in the new activity. The reason is it is asking me to add application or browser. Without adding application or browser, or without selecting the parent, or without telling the actual application, it is not allowing it to click anywhere. So just go ahead with use application or browser activity, and in this use application or browser activity you can just add it. Okay, now this is where the change comes in. Now you cannot map it directly, but you can use application here. Install. So I'm just installing the browser. Yes, I'll close. Okay, so my Edge browser is closed. I will just try to open it again. restore, turn on my extension. So turn on your extension to make sure all your new activities works. Indicate application to automate. So this is my application. Okay, let me just change it back. Cancel. So I may need to change back to my stable version, but let me just check and confirm. You can see the changes, or you can see the add-ons over here. Developer tools, extensions, more tools, extensions. Where are extensions? Settings, extensions. So yep, UiPath web automation on all the sites. Allow access, so you need to allow access to file URLs, and let's just see if it works. Refresh, and so this is the problems with beta releases. You will have lots of bugs. Continue anyway. So this is where I got the item, and I'm selecting this particular item. What is the error? This is having a validation error. Okay, I need to set the item. Click on this one. So until you select a parent element, you cannot select what is what. Now, can you see that there are selectors on the right side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so just clearly I observe. I'll try to explain what is what, but few things you may understand, few things you may not understand, but try to get few details for now. So if I just use control plus, okay, so can you see the screen clearly now?
Yes.
Okay, on the right side you have something called strict selector. Okay, and at the bottom there is something called fuzzy selector. And if you observe, strict selector doesn't have an accuracy, so strict selector will always be 100% accurate. But here in this particular item, the accuracy can be varied. For example, here we have submit button, right? If you just remove this button, or if you just change this one, so there are multiple buttons. Start button we have, download Excel button we have, submit button we have. So all the changes that happen is with this particular item. So I will just uncheck this strict selector. Okay, and Windows escape, Windows minus. Okay, now if you see, where is this? Yeah, where is UI Explorer? Indicate on browser. Now if you see here, submit is the only thing that is changing from different buttons. So if I change this one, and if I remove strict selector, so here I can see how many items are matching. Like if you see here, this is showing nothing, so you can ignore the text and you can just verify it. If you click on this I button, it will show how many items are matching your selector. It cannot find any item. But if you go back to strict selector, you can select this one. So this is the new way of selecting items. If you just click on this one, it is showing that there is only one item that is targeting. So if you see, there is something called add anchor. So add anchor is used something like this. I will just delete this particular item. Now I'll just click on this particular last name. Okay, click on OK. Now when I continue, can you see how many items gets updated? So what is this one? Why am I getting all these values or yellow symbols and this f name or first name, company name? Why is it selecting? See, basic understanding with the new selectors is could not match image. Let's also see this highlight. Could not match. Let's see. Now with respect to these selectors, the main problem that will happen is if you are checking with fuzzy selector, it will select everything that can match with 50% of whatever we have it over here. Okay, but in strict selector, if you see, there is an idx which says that go and get me the second item or go and get me the first item. Let me just add one more item and it will show. So let's delete this target and click on this particular item. Now if I just hit on show all matches, there is only one match, but if I hit on this one, it cannot find any match. So what exactly it's doing is it is not able to identify the correct item. Or you can just refresh the page. So let's just pause it for some time, submit this button. So that is company name, right? Last whatever we have selected, this is what it's selecting. It's selecting the fourth item. So now it is selecting role in company. Now if I go back and if I pause it and if I submit it again, let's see now what it will select. Now it is selecting this particular item, that is, what is this one? Target address. So how to make sure that it enters only at one place, or it enters, or it the selector is static, or you can also say it will make sure that it will enter only at one place, nothing else. So here comes anchor for us. So if I click on this one, and along with this, go ahead and check on last name. So this is an anchor and this is the target. Okay, hit on OK. Now I can go back, edit the target. Let's see. I'm just able to see these changes, or I can just say that strict selector highlight. So I'm able to get one item. Now I will also refresh it now, and I will see whether last name is being selected or not. Now am I getting last name now? I'll again pause. I will again submit it. So the last name is this one. Now this is taking this particular item, company name. So if you see here, we have something called anchor. So let's see what's there in anchor. Now here it is telling that go and get anything which matches this anchor. So if I just see how many items are matching anchor, can you please tell me? Please talk. How many items? One item, single item, or multiple items are matching the anchor?
Single item,
No, it is matching actually multiple items.
multiple item.
Okay, we need to make sure that this anchor maps only to one item. So let's see with that one. So anchor also, so this is a target. Let's select the anchor. Let's take company name as an anchor. So here this is an anchor tab. In this anchor tab, we just need to make sure that this particular editable text is always company name. So here we'll go with UI Explorer. Okay, again this is one more window that opened, but if you can see here, there is something called text name. I will enable this one and I will save it. Okay, now every time I go back, submit, and come back to this window, it will select only what?
Rename.
Company name. Though it is trying to fetch something else, it is going back with the anchor. So here first the anchor is prioritized. then next to anchor, whatever input field that's coming in, that is getting the target. Okay, so that is anchor, which is a fixed element which we can say that, okay, input I'm not able to understand it properly, but anchor is fixed. I know that company name will not change, so I can go ahead and do that. Confirm. Okay, now this is about, this is classic activity where I can select the item without application. This is modern activities where I need to use application or browser, only then I can go inside and I can get the values. Now let's go into this classic activity, and we'll also go with this particular activity, but first this one. In the target, can you see one item? Validate. Can you see something on the top? Something with window? Validate. So what is this one and what is this one? I will just
Uh,
remember
First
this.
one,
Yeah, first one is what?
top level window. First one,
It is the
it is a
application details.
root. Yeah.
Yeah, it is the application details, and these are the item in which we want to click. But if I go back to the new items, or you can just say this new click activity, I can go into target. So this is my target. Where is my anchor? This is my anchor in this strict selector. So this is coming in hidden mode, or um, in uneditable mode, and here I can edit it. So what is this called as, and is it called a full selector or partial selector, and why? Can anyone answer this particular point?
It is a partial selector.
Why?
It's because it's using a container.
Okay, so here the parent is this container. This is having a selector. This is having a selector called yeah, this is the selector. Now it will not have any sub items because this is the parent item, and this can be the only selector that can be available. Now tell me, is this a full selector or a partial selector?
Full selector.
Why?
It is a parent one. It has all the nodes within it.
Okay, but I just want you guys to understand, if you know the difference between parents, like a full selector and partial selector. See, one simple example is, if the selector contains details about the container or the application, then it's a full selector. If it is not containing the details about the parent or container or main application, then that is a partial selector. So if you see here, this selector is not having the container details. This is coming from the parent. But if you are seeing in this click push button, now this one, target, this is having all the details that is required to click on this button. Is it right?
Yes.
So this is the difference between partial selector and full selector. Partial selector will not have all the details. Full selector will have all the details to perform any activity. Let's debug and see. Both buttons will click this submit button. Okay. Submitted. It's selecting company name. It's clicking on company name. So this first click button is clicking on submit. The next click button is clicking on this company name. So if I just refresh, it will go ahead and click on only that company name. It will not go ahead and click on anywhere else. So let's go ahead and see debug. Let's see it back. Clicked. Did you check on role in company? Let's refresh and see. Stop, run the file. Just trying to hit on stop. Close all windows. So it is not able to click on that particular node because I moved the mouse button. Let's try to retry. Now it again clicked on company name. So what exactly is happening? If it is not able to find something, it's throwing an error. I just clicked on retry and it went properly. So this is how we debug and how we find selectors. Now the next activity that you can do is, or what is your activity? So use only modern activities. Don't use this previous activities or classic activities, and try to enter data in this particular all these items and click on submit button. No need to go with Excel, no need to click on anything, no need to complete this particular item. All I need you to do is go to this particular item. You can also record if you want. I don't have any problem. So click on this address, type into, and I can select this anchor. Okay, indicate correct. Now this will be recorded with steps. Address, confirm. Now next is email. Email, type into, and I'm marking email over here as an anchor. Okay, and click on confirm. I'll just give email and confirm. Okay, now here type into and then click on this one. So in this way, add all the items and then hit on submit. So if I just confirm, I'll just continue. I'll just go with the last item. So this is, I'm just using click activity. So for this there is no anchor required, so I'm just adding it as target. Save. So if you see here, this I can remove. It created a new application for me and it's adding all the items and I'm clicking on submit. So let's debug this file and then close this session for today. See, I know that you have already practiced whatever I'm saying, but what you need to do right now is to practice the new selectors, because now it's already 2022 and these details are from 2021, and right now companies are using with the latest selectors or latest items, so it's better you know it right now than going with the previous items. If you know this, then previous static selectors will be much more easier for you. So can you guys complete this activity for me for today?
Yes, Rajat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just paste the URL over here, debugging. So here we also tried retry today, so this is completed, and here static selectors. So we are trying to work with RPA challenge, and this is the URL. Use only modern activities to work and complete the project. Okay, so once you complete the project, make a pull request. And I will check and I will approve. Can you do it for today?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Are you able to understand, or is it very slow, or is it very fast? Please give your feedback. What is it?